I've seen a number of viral videos like this one from conservatives who are saying that Mamdani's rent freeze is going to destroy New York City, which would be the 5th or 6th time that something he's done is going to destroy our city. That said, I've also seen progressives say that there are 0 downsides, but the truth is actually somewhere in the middle. First off, this is not a freeze on every apartment in New York City. This is a freeze on about 40% of the rent-stabilized apartments. Second, people keep saying that this has never happened before. Not true. This has happened before. The Rent Guidelines Board in New York City has frozen rent several times on 1-year leases. What's new is that it applies to 1- and 2-year leases now. But again, when you have Mamdani derangement syndrome, you tend to not care about the full story. Now, let's talk about the criticisms from landlords, because these are legit. Insurance, property taxes, labor, repairs have gotten all more expensive in New York City. If your costs to maintain your building keep rising and you are not able to raise your rent, that does put pressure on you. But again, tenants have also been under pressure because wages and salaries have not increased with the rent increases. Most of America, and specifically the critics of this rent freeze, don't understand that in New York City, you have to make 40 times your rent in order to just qualify for an apartment. For example, if the rent for the apartment you are looking at is $3,000 a month, just to apply, you have to make $120,000 a year. Supporters of the rent freeze argue that this gives families and households breathing room. But here is what history and data tells us about this rent freeze. Temporary rent freezes have historically never caused the New York City economy to collapse. But the critics do have a point, because if rents stay frozen for years and if costs of maintenance or repairs continue to rise, landlords may delay those repairs. That is a real risk. Rather than becoming obsessed with Mamdani and the politics of New York City, you should be asking yourself a more important question. What, if anything, because the answer is nothing, has the president done to actually tackle affordability in housing in the United States? And for anybody who is saying that New York City has fucked around and now we are going to find out, just a reminder, we supply about 7.5% of the overall federal taxes for the country. You can't afford for us to fail.